you to italki.com. If you guys don't already know, italki.com is an affordable, convenient website where you can connect with native speakers of the language that you are trying to learn. And we have a really special buy one lesson, get one lesson free promo going on, and you can find the link down in the info box below. So make sure you guys are checking out italki.com. It's great, it's affordable, you'll love it. Okay, let's get on to the... Hey guys, what's up? It's Jenny from J Hearts J, and today we are doing another fives video. And this is actually a two-part little thing that I'm doing on the things that I am looking forward to and the things that I am not looking forward to about moving back to Korea. So for the first one, I actually decided to start on the things that I'm not looking forward to. Now, I want to say this as a disclaimer, I am not in any way bashing Korea. I'm not trying to talk bad about Korea. I'm just saying these are the, there are a lot of things I love about that country and about, it's a place that's become my second home, but there are also things that I, don't love so much, and some things that I've really gotten used to in the States that I'm kind of sad about having to leave behind. So that's what I'm talking about today. So yes, disclaimer, not bashing Korea. I love Korea, so none of those, like, if you don't like it, don't live there comments. That's not what I'm saying at all. So let's get started. Number one, winter. I don't like winter anyway, to be fair. I'm not a big winter person. That's one thing I've been loving about living in California. Even though it's somewhat cold in Temecula, it's not particularly cold. It's a little bit chilly, but nowhere near as cold as Korea. Korea also not that cold. I lived sort of in the Massachusetts area, way, way colder than Korea. But the thing that I hate about winter in Korea is, number one, no matter where you go, no matter what school I've worked at, Hagwon, public school, it doesn't matter. Korean people like to leave the windows open in the winter. Like, I would be walking through the hallway in the middle of winter, there's snow outside, it's freezing, it's so cold, and all the windows are open. And when you ask why the window's open, they're like, oh, for fresh air, which is nice, I mean, for like a minute, but they'll leave it open like the whole time. So the hallway's always freezing. I always had to wear like a coat and sweater, like completely wrapped up while I'm at work, and I hate that. Like, when I get to work, I want it to be nice. I don't want it to be like hot, but like room, like cozy, nice and cozy. Take off my coat and teach, but you definitely, I've always had to teach with coats and everything, just like completely bundled up, because it's never been a comfortable temperature. And I think it's just because, I don't know, Korean people really, really like to leave the window, close the windows. That's all I have to say, close the windows. They like to open the windows in the winter time when it's cold. They like to open the windows in the summer when it's hot, even though the air conditioning is running. That's one thing I don't understand it. I wish that they would close the windows. So I'm not looking forward to being cold all the time when I'm at work. I am really dreading having to be in Korea during winter time. I really don't like winter in Korea. Number two. Okay, I'm also really, really not looking forward to job hunting. I've actually already started looking for work. I already have an interview lined up, but of course I have to, have a bunch lined up to make sure that I get a position. And I already had a recruiter recommend me for a job. She thought I would be perfect for it. It was actually only a temporary job, so it would be a great job to have me like get started and have a job for my first couple of months in Korea until I could find like a full-time position or one that I really liked. So I was kind of excited about it. I have 6 years teaching experience in Korea, right? So I also have like plenty of really great recommendations. Like I actually built a website for my resume, and it's beautiful because I like doing that kind of thing. So I have this beautiful website just for my resume. I have lesson plan, like sample lesson plans, videos of classes I've done. Like, I have so much stuff on my website for schools to see sort of what I'm doing. And like, she said, oh, I think you would be perfect for this position. It's just a temp position. Like, so which also means it's not that serious. But then she gets back to me like a day later and is like, oh, sorry, that school says they're not interested in you, like, at all. Like, they didn't even want to interview me. Like, they're completely not interested. And I know that sounds like, you're probably saying, well, of course, it's their choice. They don't have to be interested in you. That's true, but the reason that I get turned down most of the time is just because I'm Black. Like, it has nothing to do with my qualifications. It has nothing to do, like, I probably could have like a PhD in education, in like ESL education, and they would still not be interested in me, which sucks. Which means I have to, whereas like some of my white friends could probably apply to like 10 schools and they'd end up getting into one, I have to apply to like 100 before I get accepted to like 1 or 2, which it's really stressful. And the last time after I married Jay, when I started looking for work again with my F6 visa, it was really hard. It took me forever to find a job. Like, I'm just hoping that I can find something really quickly this time. I'm hoping that, you know, the process won't have to be as difficult as it was before. Basically, most recruiters won't get back to me. Some schools would reply back, but it was really hard. Like the really good positions, the really high paying ones, I like the ones I really want, the chances of me getting them are really low because a lot of those schools just aren't gonna hire a Black teacher. So I'm definitely not looking forward to that. So pray for me, you guys. Pray for me. Pray that I can get a job really quickly. Number 3. Okay, I'm not a big fan of Korean work culture. I've always, you know, for the most part, I've liked most of the jobs I've had, but the way that things are structured, it's just like, it's really difficult for me to adjust to, I guess, the way that they do things. Like Korean work culture has been difficult for me to adjust to. And the main thing being is that I feel like everything was really last minute. Like I worked at a public school, right? So most public schools in the States, you have a calendar of what's gonna happen for the year. Like you get it like at the beginning of every semester, sometimes at the beginning of the year. It has everything, like all the holidays that you have off, any like class trip, most of the like big trips that are gonna be planned, like everything is planned way far in advance. They give you a calendar, you kind of know what's gonna happen in school. But in Korea, it would be like, the day before, they'd be like, hey, Jenny, so there's a mandatory like field trip that we're going on tomorrow and you're gonna have to be out with us until like 9 o'clock at night. Okay, see you there. Or hey, Jenny, we need you to have an English book done by tomorrow. Can you make sure you do that? Hey, Jenny, did I tell you that you have a 5-day vacation starting tomorrow? Like, every time. And like no one ever knew anything in advance. And when I'd ask in advance, everyone would be like, no, I don't think so. And then like the day before something would come up and then I'd have to like spring into action like really fast and get stuff done. And I'd pulled so many all-nighters just because nobody told me that they had these things that they wanted me to do. And I had to do it very last minute. So that I really don't like. I wish that things were better planned, and I just feel like everything is really last minute. And this isn't just a complaint I have, this is a complaint most of my friends have as well. Just like the last minute stuff, I'm not a fan of that. The next thing is gonna be like, usually Korean working hours are quite long, and not only that they're long, but like I've always had these instances where I've had to like come in on Saturdays when I'm like, there's no students, they just want me to come in and clean. Or times when I've worked overtime and I don't get paid properly for overtime. I'm not looking forward to that, you know, as well as a lot of hagwons. There's a lot of really good hagwons, but there's a lot of them that are kind of shady, and they will definitely try to take advantage of their foreign teachers because a lot of foreign teachers' visas are connected to their job. My visa is not connected to my job, so they can't really pull any of that on me, but I've had that happen quite often where like once I wasn't paid for 2 months, I've had schools like not pay me for overtime. I've had schools just like treat me really poorly, give me like way more classes than they told me they would, like break my contract over and over and over again. And then just, you know, at that time I had an E2 visa, so they knew I couldn't do anything unless I wanted to leave Korea. So they just sort of took advantage of that. So those are some things, like I'm definitely not looking forward to those things in Korean work culture. And especially like for foreign teachers, I'd say, I don't know how it is for actual like Korean people, but for foreign teachers, there's a lot of, it's hard sometimes. It can be really hard. Number 4. Okay, so the next one is going to be surprising, I think, to a lot of people who haven't been to Korea, who just sort of watch dramas and, you know, buy some Korean products online. I'm actually really not looking forward to shopping in Korea because, well, there's a few reasons for that. Number 1, it's expensive. If you want to buy like quality stuff, it's expensive. Any name brand, like it doesn't matter what it is, it's usually super pricey. So like, you know, Gap, Zara, Banana Republic, I think is like 4 times as expensive as it is in the States. I think I saw a tank top there for like 79,000 won, so like $79. Like it's crazy. So like any of the brand name stores, especially the Western stores, are going to be super expensive, but the Korean brands as well. Like it's just expensive. So when you go to any of the department stores, all the clothes in there are probably going to be quite pricey. And even when they go on sale, like in the States, when there's a sale, it's like 70% off, 80% off. Like you get these amazing sales, especially when you shop online. You can end up getting stuff for like, you know, like Banana Republic pants or like whatever Gap jeans or whatever you're buying for like $10, like $15. Like Old Navy, you can get like, I think I got this fleece from Old Navy for like $7. Like it doesn't, like in Korea though, when they go on sale, it's like $5 off. Like I've never seen a really huge sale in Korea where the prices are actually really good. I've never seen it. Like it's usually like $5-10 off. Like Korea doesn't do sales particularly well. And even the name brands, like, you know, the Korean version of like an Old Navy, maybe what is it, 8 Seconds or something like that, like even those stores are super expensive. They don't really have a lot of affordable stuff. I think Forever 21 is probably, that's not a quality store, like I don't know, like it's just expensive. It's really expensive to get anything that's gonna last you more than a couple of days. So I'm not looking forward to having to spend so much more money on stuff. I'm not looking forward to. The next thing is that, like, especially when you're doing stuff like decorating your house or like home improvement type stuff, Korea, like their superstores are like not so super, okay? You have to go to like 50 different stores to get what you need. You know, like in the States, you just go over to Target, you go over to Walmart, and say what you will about those places, you know, I was definitely not a fan of Walmart before going to Korea. I'm still not a fan of Walmart. I have my problems with them. But, you know, after going to Korea, I feel like my mind changed a little bit. I used to be like, we should only have mom and pop stores, you know, like I would protest and stuff about like, you know, all the like saving the mom and pops and like, you know, being against all these big superstores and all these franchises and stuff. And then I moved to Korea and I'm like, oh my gosh, I miss it. I miss Target. I miss Walmart. I don't miss Kmart. Nobody misses Kmart. But, you know, I miss those places because you can get everything all in one place. Oh, or like Home Depot or Lowe's. These are American like home improvement stores. You can go to those places and there's just like aisles and aisles of things to fix up your house. In Korea, I just wanted to find paint. You guys, I looked for like 2 days. I even went to Dongdaemun. I had to like walk around and like try to find a store that sells paint, because when you want paint, you have to go to the paint store, like the shop, and it only sells paint. And then when you want paintbrushes, you have to go to like a paintbrush store. And when you want like to find like plywood, you have to go to like a special plywood shop. And you just end up spending like hours and hours walking around the city. Also, Dongdaemun, super confusing, where all that stuff, most of the stuff, I think you can find it there, but it's super confusing, it's huge, and like, I never know where anything is, and I just walk around aimlessly for hours, like, trying to find a comforter, or like, trying to find like the designs that I want. Like, everything isn't all in one place. Now that they have IKEA though, I will say, things have probably changed a little bit. They didn't have IKEA before. So they have IKEA now, which is like changing things, but like trying to buy like home furnishing and stuff, like Korean made furniture is super expensive. And it's really old fashioned. Like I don't like the style at all. Like, you know, in the States, I can just go online and I can go, there's like a bunch of different like World Market or Living Spaces, Overstock. You can just type like, my favorite mid-century modern furniture, and you get like all this stuff. But in Korea, I mean, you might be able to find all that stuff, but it's going to be super expensive, and there's not, like I said, there aren't really great deals. And you can find, this is the thing in Korea, you can find cheap clothes, you can find cheap furniture, you can find all that, but it's really, really, really poorly made. So all the clothes I've gotten at like Express Bus Terminal, or like these like under the Gangnam Station too, there's like all these like subway, there's shops like in the subway stations. If you haven't been there, you probably wouldn't know, but they're like, they sell like really cheap clothes, usually for super, super, super affordable. When I first got to Korea, went crazy. I bought like 8 million things. Like my whole closet was just like packed with that stuff. And then I realized that it's all super cheap. Like it's really bad quality. And so I don't buy those things anymore. You know, look at me, I'm all grown up. But yeah, I don't buy those things anymore. So yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. I also, you know, I'm 5'11", so can't buy, I'm 5'11", and I have a big old booty, so I can't buy pants in Korea, like at all. Like I can't buy pants. Every like jacket, they don't have tall sizes, so every, like this is a tall fleece from like Old Navy, so like look how long the sleeves are. Every sleeve I've ever gotten in Korea goes like to here. It goes like to here. So, you know, you can't buy tall sizes, so I can't buy pants, I can't buy shoes, I can't buy like foundation, concealer, like even MAC, they don't carry, I think they carry to NC40 or something like that. I'm not exactly sure, but they don't carry my shade in MAC. None of them, there's 3, usually most of the cosmetic places will have like 3 shades, and it's like really white. Sort of white, and then like white. Like they don't have like, they're not even like, I don't even think that the shades are actually very good for Asian skin tones. They're just bad. So they have like 3 shades, that's it. Like I can't get makeup. So I have to buy, I'm just thinking like all the things I have to buy online, and before I go, all the things that I need to like bring with me, and I'm just kind of freaking out about that. So I'm not looking forward to shopping in Korea. And I have a feeling that this time, now that like Target ships overseas and like a bunch of shops now ship for not too much, they ship to Korea, I'm probably gonna be buying most of my clothes, shoes, all of that stuff from the States, just because it's just better quality, and it's a lot cheaper, so I think that's what I'm gonna be doing. Number 5. I'm really gonna miss green space. Like in Seoul, I mean, obviously Seoul's a big city, and I think that's probably a complaint for anyone living in a big city. There's just there aren't any trees. There's no trees. Like there's no grass. Like you have to walk for ages to find grass. Like even when you go, like if you have a dog and you go to like the parks and stuff, like you're not supposed to walk your dogs there. There's just like, there's not a whole lot of green space. And I won't just say green space. Like there's not a whole lot of space. Like everything is really compact, and I'm sort of enjoying right now. I sort of live in the countryside-ish, and it's just so beautiful, and there's all these like rolling hills, and you can see mountains, and you can just see nature. Like even when you're in the city, you can see nature all around you. And in Seoul, I just really don't get that feeling. I just sort of see like cement and like tall high-rise buildings. Like when you go to the countryside, of course, it's beautiful, but you don't really get to experience nature on the day-to-day. And it's something that I really miss. And it's just like, even in terms of space, not just green space, apartment sizes way smaller. Everything is so much more compact. You know, I've gotten used to, like, I live in a house right now with a backyard, and we have like orange trees and lemon trees and pomegranates and limes and all kinds of fruit, peaches, and now I'm gonna have to, you know, go to like a small apartment with no trees, and I don't even think, when I looked at down maps, I don't even think I saw a tree or like any green space, so I'm a little bit sad about that. Okay, so sorry if this video was super long, and sorry if it just sounds like I'm whining, but the next video that I'm gonna do are gonna be 5 things that I am super looking forward to about going to Korea, and the things that I can't sort of wait to see again and eat again and experience again. So I'm gonna do that video, and that video will be coming out tomorrow. So in case I get that video out late or I don't talk to you guys, Merry Christmas to everyone. I know it's probably already Christmas where you are. It's Christmas Eve here, so Merry Christmas from me and from Jay, even though he's not with me. He's moving into our apartment today, so that's super exciting. Yay! He sent me some footage, so I'll try to see if I can edit that together and upload some footage so you guys can see how Jay's doing in Korea. And yeah, so that's it for this video. So stay tuned for the next one, which is the things that I am looking forward to about moving back to Korea. Alright guys, make sure you comment, like, subscribe, check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, although someone said my link was wrong to Tumblr, so I'm gonna have to fix that. And yeah, so yeah, bye guys. Boo-doo-doo.